Hey everybody, welcome back to another Zero Gunpla review. In this episode, we're going to cover the Master Grade Exia. Well, Gundam Exia, but I just call it the Exia for short because it's a lot easier. And I'm feeling lazy today. So this Gundam came from Gundam 00. Why did I say Gundam 00? Wow. This is one of my favorite designs from the entire season because, it gave birth to the 00 Quint, which is definitely my favorite suit from the entire season. So, I picked up this bad boy at Galactic Toys. Link is down below if you want to pick up one of your own to the site. This is one of the few Master Grades I own. I say few, but I have 10 of them. 10, 11. I don't know if you count. I know technically the Penelope's a high grade, but he's built like a Master Grade, but hey, whatever. So, let's get into the review before I just keep randomly saying random things about the Gundam Exia before, I vent. Alright, see you in the review. So this is the Gundam Exia Master Grade with everything that comes with it in box. A small sticker sheet, which I used all the stickers on it because it was just the GN drive reports here, the eyes, the head, the chest, and one on each arm. It wasn't that difficult to put on. These are the dry rub decals and the water slide decals that you can put on it. I don't because I feel that the Master Grades are more TV show accurate if it doesn't have all the stickers and decals on it, because if you watch the show, they don't have all that stuff on it. So, but that's just me. If you love putting on the water slide and the dry rub, go for it. So, it comes with 2 sets of beam sabers, short and long, which is pretty awesome. A cap for the GN drive, in case you don't want to use the actual GN drive. Speaking of a GN drive, you have no idea. This is meant to have a LED light in it. So, if you don't have the LED light on it, which is separate and costs more, the pieces inside actually will pop out. It will not stay solid inside the GN drive. So when you move it, you will hear clicking noises from basically the piece of plastic is supposed to go over the light bulb. It's really frustrating, and if you try to move it or touch a certain piece too much, it'll cave in. It is so obnoxious. Like, they couldn't make it a solid piece. Like, solid pieces that they fit firmly. But now they just said, nah, we're going to make you definitely going to need a LED in it so everything doesn't keep clanking around in there. They did this with the 00 Quint, and they did it with the Exia. It is frustration completely. But aside from that, other than there are some really tight joints here, you can get some good articulation. I would be careful with the pieces here and here. When I was testing at the articulation before, they popped off. So, but cautionary, let's pop off these swords. The GN short swords. Let's move them down. Okay, here we go. There you go, all the way back. Not fantastic, but not awful. Leg forward. Like I said, the tightness of the joints really make posing hard. Downside, the front skirt doesn't go that high. I don't know why. But, yeah. So you're not going to get a heck of a lot of articulation out of the legs. But the joints are so tight, they pop off anyway. They stay in anyway, so you're not going to get a lot of posing in general. One thing I do love about this compared to the high grades, which I built dozens of, in the high grades, the port here where you can hold the swords isn't connected. It's a separate piece that you pop on and pop off the white piece, which would be right here. You would pop it off, put the new port in, and then you can put the swords in. While here, you can pull it out, flip this little port right here out, this hard point right out, and you can actually attach the the little swords here onto the hips, like it does in the show. which is amazing. It's one of the main reasons why I just love this more over the high grade. And they're easy to attach. You just find the hard point, put the port from the sword into there. I said port like 17 times today. There you go, and bam. Easily attached. This shield will pop off. It's in there firmly, but if you move it too much, it will pop out. It's annoying. The gun does not have the same fault because you're holding it in the hand, and you also have the gun hold it into the hand. Since I'm not going to try and mess with the gun hand. As you can see, this is the different type of Master Grade hand, unlike the Gundam Death Scythe, which is two separate pieces that you can take out and replace for depending on what hand you need. This is the index finger move independently, the thumb moves independently, and we have 3 fingers that are stuck together. And they have a piece right here that you can hold the sword or the GN swords, the beam sabers into here, and then you can close up the hand and, you know, make a fist and all that. So that is a doable process there. And of course, the arm articulation is not that much better. But another thing I do love over the high grade, this part is always so loose when you do the high grade. But here it's a solid piece. I just didn't like the fact that the shoulder armor is kind of free hanging. If it wasn't attached to the shoulder joint here, it would just be hanging there because it's not technically attached to the arm at all, just kind of free falling. And it's like, don't like that. Do not like that at all because, jeez, I'm just done touching the shield because it just keeps falling off. It just kind of hangs there, and it's attached basically by the plastic here, and that's it. That's the only thing holding it to the shoulder, to the arm. And it's like, that's never good. You could have made the sides a little bit bigger and like attached it to the actual arm, but they didn't, and so there's a flaw there. So the shoulder arm is a little loose, so be careful with that. It won't pop out because it's sandwiched in between the main body and the arm, but it's always a concern. Also, the beam sabers here are fairly loose, and as for the same for the back skirting ones, they're fairly floppable, so be careful. They could pop out on you. They have it on me, but they're loose, so I don't trust them. So let's get to the final part of the review, and I summarize this whole Gundam basically. So all in all, the Gundam Exia Master Grade is a solid kit. It doesn't fall apart if you shake it. It's sturdy. It stands up under its own weight, which is great. It's decently sized, so it's not massive like, say, the HG Psycho Gundam or the HG Zeong, Neo Zeong. And it's slightly bigger than the Death Scythe EW and Death Scythe Hell EW Master Grades, because those are usually shorter of the Master Grades. But it's a decent size, not that expensive. So if you like the Gundam 00 franchise, main suits, but you're willing to be careful with the tight joints, because if they're so tight, while pushing them in, you could break a piece. That is one major thing I'm always afraid of when the joints are that tight, is if you try to fix it or you put a piece in backwards, you are now gambling with that piece's life. Because I have done that before, and I have regretted it. Thank goodness it broke in a way that you can just slide back into place and no one can notice that there was a crack in it. Eventually I will review that HG Gundam, and I'll see if you guys can see why I broke it. Whoever gets that gets a cyber cookie. But, yeah. Be careful with that tightness of the joints. The loose parts are, front here, The shield, as you've seen it fall off multiple times. The beam sabers are floppy, so they could fall off, like if you move it too much. But if you put it in a pose, if you can get one, a decent one at least, leave it there. It will look great, and you don't have to worry about it falling or breaking apart. So that's a positive. It hasn't disintegrated on me, so that's always great. But like I said, just be careful with the loose joints and you'll be fine. If you want one of your own or want to support the channel, link is down below to Galactic Toys. My other links are down there below too. The playlist there, the GoFundMe, the Patreon, all the other fun stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Well, I'm going to either review one of my other master grades I haven't reviewed yet, or the new HG I just built. I haven't decided yet. I'll catch you guys in the next episode.